Welcome back to the channel. More PLO 20 happening right now on RunItOnce.eu, Phil Gelfond's poker site. Be a little bit quiet for a moment. Actually, I don't. So apparently my cat doesn't want to go anywhere. Right, so sort of unfortunately we're sitting on two new tables because there are some existing tables going on that were looking mighty nice indeed. That we played on 50 minutes ago in the last session. I would love to get back on some of them. It's definitely a fun session. First we were down like 100 euros, 5 buy-ins, and then we managed to climb out of that hole, finishing up roughly a buy-in and profit actually. Not sure, I could have just called here as well. I think. See if I can take it away now. Right on. Interesting. Jacks take it down, no? Curious flop lead a little bit. Given that he led into the pre-flop razor there on the paired board. A little bit strange. But the pool is pretty healthy. There are 35 entries at PLO 20, there are 29 at PLO 50. There's 6 entries at PLO 200, nice. Down here we end up making the nut flush. Up there, queens take it down. He seems to be really foldy post. Something to keep in mind. Wait, sorry, this one. So this one isn't completely uninteresting neither. Let's take one off. Do have the backdoor nut flush draw as well. We're probably turning this into a bluff a little bit. Because he might have a higher set. And I admit my bet here is a little bit strange, seeing that I checked behind on a rainbow board. Let's hope he doesn't have that higher set. I guess he probably doesn't, right? Oh, we take it down, nice. Up here I end up making a full house. The second nuts. Take that one down as well. Good things are happening. Nemox, hey, welcome back. It is 11:30, so in half an hour it'll be midnight. We have a rather sizable splashdown here. On table 1 I'm gonna fold. And if he comes over the top I'll be worried. Okay, let's play this one. I'm really curious that he didn't come over the top. Being, you know, super short. Oh, that's just weird. What? Nemox, you're making my night! Wow! Thanks a whole bunch for subscribing! Wow, that's quite a thing. Thanks, man! Or lady, as the case may be. Yeah, that is making my night. Yeah, awesome. For a moment I wondered what I'm doing in this hand, but it turns out it was blind versus blind, and that's okay. This one, I mean... That's... No! I was really planning on coming over the top here, to be honest. Play this one fast and very loose, just because I was hoping everybody else would go out, and he's not that deep. Okay, maybe it's a good thing I didn't. Crap, crap. And our crap, double pseudo crap wouldn't have gotten there. So splashed up hot Maniac and splashed up hot Happy Razor are the notes. Passo! Hey! Welcome back, Passo! Thank you very much! So far, so good. Certainly, I feel we ran under a EV a good deal, but managed to be up in profit now. Haven't been down 5 buy-ins initially in the last session. And now we're up a little more than 1 buy-in, I think. Not so sure about this one, to be honest. Kind of raised you on autopilot. Flopping top 2 is gonna help out though. Yeah, we're up a little over 1 buy-in. Almost 1.5, I think. So I did notice there's almost pretty much no bluff raising going on in spots like these. We had like ace-jack here on PLO 20. Not quite, I think. Top pair and a whole bunch of blockers, huh? That's the deal. On the rainbow board, where I'm blocking the only possible straight quite heavily, I think I'll c-bet. There's no straight possible between the 10 and the 5 right now. Like, make the 5 a 6 and I'll probably just check. And I'm gonna continue c-betting and do take it down. Nice. Up here, all I had to do was put another 10 cents in to flop the top set. Gotta be careful though, betting doesn't achieve much here with the pot being so tiny. I'm never gonna get a hand with decent prospects out of it here. I was not gonna fold. We're good, right? Unless somebody has the ace-3. Nope. Good we are. And down here we are good as well, pre-flop. Having the ace-ace 7-4 single suited. Also not gonna be shy about c-betting here. These peeps are playing for a large one. Wow, and these guys are as well. Really? Just with a nut flush draw on the blocker? Wow. So who put the money in here? Sorry, I had the wrong table in focus there. My bad. Wrong button. But still, he just called with a... Let me check that out. Right, so he came over the top on the board with 2 hearts and various straights possible down the line, holding only the nut flush draw, like sort of a blocker a little bit, one card blocking straights. This seems to be a good table, wow. That is a very decent turn, giving us the current nuts. Nobody checked, so nobody bet before. He was the pre-flop raiser, I believe. Yep. Here I have aces. I think at 100 BB I'm still raising. Yeah, especially I'm raising it, especially if this guy is short here. Get a cold call, which is not exciting. Maybe he sees his way to come over the top here. So right here I take it down. So if he pots it, I'm gonna come over the top. If he, yeah. He has 2 pair right now, and they remain good. Fair enough. If you have an account on RunItOnce and if you play PLO, then this would be a good point to jump into the games. The tables are very lively. Knight 4 in position. Okay, so we have a double gutter, we have the flush draw, and we are both short. I think the money is going in regardless. Not. We have a pair as well, yeah, never mind. Then it is aces. He has the flush draw, that is very unfortunate that he had that one covered as well. Up here in a splash, I just limped up front. Now blocking the nuts quite heavily. Now we do have showdown value, I'm not sure. I'm still gonna turn it into a bluff, I think. I just feel if I check here, I'm behind a flush quite often. I do take it down. Yeah, chips are flying. These guys just had an all-in. And big parts are happening all around. Not good enough. Case in point, not a decent part shaping up to happen here. Nope, okay. On this table, I don't think so. Like, what's the solver approach there? Let's check it out. It was King, Jack, 10, deuce, suited to the Jack. So not suited to the King is the important thing there. And that would normally be a raise call, but again on this table, I think it's a little bit thin. Nope. And speaking of nope, I think we can do better than this table. This one doesn't seem to be all that exciting. Okay, you keep that, sir. See if we can get anything going with aces down here. That'll work. Flopping us the wheel, then not flush draw. And I guess I got her to the straight flush. Maybe even checking is the thing here. We were crushing this board pretty hard. Yeah, maybe. Checking out some microgaming tables on the side. Maybe something interesting is going down. Oops, I'm not sure I needed to be in this hand. As played with the check in front of me. He seems pretty foldy as well. We get another decent hand. Ace King King 5 double suited here. And again a decent flop. Nut flush draw, got our overpair. This time we get called. Not a happy turn. Against him. He certainly has us right now. The question is there any value in calling here? And I kind of doubt it. That there's enough there. Just let it go. Seems a tad optimistic to me to be in this. And see a river. That's certainly a better hand. Ace, King, Queen, 10, double suited, wow. Not necessarily what I was hoping for. Okay. I wonder what he called with. Ace, Jack, Jack 5, really? One spade. Okay. Here certainly worth a c-bet, I feel. We do take it down. Alright, so down here I'm not gonna c-bet. I do have a pair from the board, but not that excited. It's not a terrible card. Unless he has a draw with the 9. But I think there's a decent chance I'm gonna call him down. All the straight draws missed. Yeah. I'm gonna call him down here. If he has the 9, he has it. No 9. Wonder if this one is alright. Might not be actually with the gap. Let's see what the solver approach is. A7. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Raise call, raise fold. Both is acceptable with this hand. Cool. I think checking is a good idea, okay. That'll work. Now kings are looking mighty fine. Should he have them? I think he might actually. Kings or queens? He did have kings! How cool was that? He had the... I'll bring it over so you don't think I'm telling tall tales. He had the king, king, queen 10 there. Here I'm gonna go ahead and keep betting. End up making the full house. Not get raised. All is well. And even though we lost the spine previously, we're now actually slightly in profit for this short session. Let's see how it develops. Wait, sorry, wrong key. Oh, we have a pair, we have a gutter, we have the over pair. We make that 2 pair. Might be enough to win us the hand. Depending on if he checks or what's gonna happen. Okay, let's check once more. That 8 is not that awesome. Not a decent pot going down up here. Nope, okay. Yeah, that was a fine fold. I just checked up on that, never hurts to be sure. With the, what was it, Ace King 9-8, triple suited, clear fold, according to, you know, the solver strat. Yep. Again, probably a fold with the 2 gaps in there in MP. Make it cut off and that's probably okay. So Queen 10 9 7 now. P Queen 10. And that's perfect. Let's check it out if the second part of the statement was true as well for the cutoff. And that's also perfect. That's exactly right. Slowly I'm learning some stuff. So we have a big bag of nothing basically. All things considered, and I'll let it go. Blind versus blind is definitely strong enough for a raise. Also not gonna fold if he comes over the top. Hmm. So with all the kings, let's bet this here. Okay. Okay. We have very decent aces over here, in the form of ace, queen 5. And we have action too. The race and the call in front of us. Sounds mighty fine to me. Original raise of cards, we play this one heads up. Okay, turn a royal flush draw, I guess. Let's back that royal. Denied, I would say, huh? Yeah, that's never not the nuts, or something close to it. Let's take this one down. No, really? Good thing we didn't bet the turn. Trappy. Happy to check behind here. We do have a gutter, the second nut flush draw, overcards. Might want to turn it into a bluff. It's probably not strong enough to win on its own, I think. So let's go with that. Nice. What's going on down here? Not keen on playing a short-handed. Let's find a better table. I don't think so. What are these guys doing? Fair enough, I guess. We have a little bit of a hand up here. Ace Queen 9-6. Single suited. So it gets folded to us, which it does. Pretty nice. Table 4 broke. Not gonna try anything here. Just gonna check it down. And actually not gonna lose it now. Wise. Nice, nice, nice. Here we find ourselves holding the nuts in the end. And we win a decent one. What do you have? $10,975, so we had a pretty decent wrap, wow. And spades. 9 high flush in the end. Makes sense. If I get called, I still have a whole decent amount of outs. Right on. Stealing a few pots left here and there. Don't mind if I do. Kings. Wow, okay. Not quite what I had in mind. Gonna let this one go. And here I'm happy to check. I think... yeah, let's check this one for a change. Probably the better approach. Now if he checks, I'm certainly gonna pound it with the queen in my hand. Any sort of blocker here, and top 2 is probably fine to bet now. These guys are at it once more. If this time... so if he stays at the table, he's gonna be pissed. And he is sticking around. Took it down on table 3 down there. Well, he's not gonna get a pink shirt yet, but I have a feeling he might be losing it now. No, he finds a fold there, okay. Ah, that is unfortunate. Here we have a pair and a nut flush draw. Happy to check once more. So I think most 10s would have bet by now, unless he rivered queens. We expect we're gonna be in good shape here. You know what, that's probably a little bit light. I'm gonna fold it to re-raise, so let me check it out. Yeah. Interestingly enough, the ace, all the other aces, or a lot of the other aces would be raise calls for the most part, but the ace-9 specifically should just be folded. So you can't make enough straights on top of everything else. Okay, we have a pair and a flush draw and a backdoor flush draw. Half pot sounds good to me. Turn an open-ender on top. Also sounds mighty nice. Let's see if you can go 3 for 3 with the stealing. Because this one we're, you know, never winning a showdown. And the only draw that missed is the flush draw here. So it is believable that I actually do have the head that I'm representing, I think. So is this the I fold or is this the raise tank? Curious. Nice! It was the former. Not this time, not suited to the ace. I don't think so. And even suited to the ace, it would be a fold. Just checked. Ace king 5-4, huh? Not that nicely suited. I think I'm still gonna go for the raise fold. Let's check this one out. Yep, gonna fold it. Let's see if that was horrible. It should just be called. That's an interesting matrix for this hand. Because all the green ones should be just called. Interesting enough, the 5-4 would be a raise call, not a raise fold. The blue ones would be raise folds. Very interesting. Just a top pair and wow, just a king stuff. Wow. He is feeling it. Nah. I mean, well, maybe with the extra money in here, maybe. Oh, sorry, I meant up here. I didn't have the right key pressed. At the ace-10, 7 deuce there. Maybe. And he min-raised to, not min-raised, but he raised to 60 cents. There's €1 extra. You have the bullets on another table. And they're pretty nice too. Ace, ace, king 9. Double suited. Don't mind if I do. Oof, rough board. Check folding seems to be the way to go. Accent board to attack, whether he has it or not. Just with a blocker or queens. I would do that as well. Up here, sorry, here. Nah. I'll just check it behind. Because I feel a lot of the hands that have a Jack-9 in them that could have bet the flop would have bet the turn as well. So I didn't think that one was all that believable. Turns out we wouldn't have gotten it through, very likely, but still. I like that approach. I have a table on microgaming open on the side just because I've been watching it for a while and everybody seems to be slightly nutty, to put it mildly, on that table. I'll move it over whenever something interesting happens there. It's a PLO 20 table as well. Deep in the tank, apparently. Nope. Queen 6 takes it down, okay. I think just calling is fine. It's a little bit too disconnected, a little bit too gappy to come over the top, I think. Where we would be playing the rest of the hand out of position. Flopping 2 pair is good for now. Turning the nut flush draw, and do we turn a gutter? Not quite. I suspect we take it down now. Yep. With the backdoor flush top pair, let's go for it here. Don't think I want to turn this one into a bluff. Been bluffing a whole lot. Same is true here. Also, I'm not getting an ace to fold. Only thing that I'm getting to fold here is a king. And would you look at that flop? How nice is that? Certainly not gonna mind him calling. Or coming over the top, all is good. Folding is also fine. Alright. King, king, 8-7, double suited. And we get raised, and we're not gonna fold. Also not gonna come over the top. It's not the hand to do that with. We have a gutter, we have a flush draw. Not terribly excited about the overpair, but you know, we might turn stuff. That might slow him down. Putting us straight on board. And here, yeah, coming over the top, and if need be, we're gonna play for it all. He checked. Let's check once more and see if he keeps that those checking ways up. And of course, that he doesn't have aces, which he does. Not a huge surprise. Get a cold call. Okay, shaping up to be a large pot. Yeah, we're not folding. Also not terribly excited, but let's see what the flop brings. We stand to potentially win it. Wow, this is gonna be a large pot. What about you, Calvin? You feeling it? Okay. I don't think we win this one. The kings take it down now. Nice answer. Not gonna fold this, we have some nutted outs. And wow. That qualifies. That certainly qualifies. Okay. If he has the ace-high flush, we need to make the straight flush, I guess. And we have the second nuts at this point, so not gonna overthink anything here. Just put the money in. Doesn't look like a snap card to me. Right on. Closing the action, ace king 10 4. Sleepy dude. We have this gentleman in the hand. I think that might sway it towards me calling here. And note that Andy is sitting on his starting stack once more, so it doesn't look like he's chipped up. He won a part. Maybe he lost a few. I didn't pay close attention, unfortunately. Let's put more money in here. Also not gonna fold against the 3-bet, 4-bet. Wow. I have a huge wrap. Unfortunately, we don't have any hearts, but as the 3 better on this board, I'm always c-betting. And if he comes over the top, the money's going in. That's a good outcome right there. Okay. Let's do the away. We have a gutter and that's it. So how are we doing? Are we down for the session? Like a euro or something. Actually, for the session we're down a buy-in. For the day we're breaking even. Top 2. And a gutter, let's do it. We have a diamond as well, otherwise I would have just checked here. Take it down. I think this one I'm gonna check. Keep the pot small. Because here I didn't have any relevant blockers, nothing except for the top pair. If he bets into 2 people here, I'm gonna let it go. On the microgaming tables I have aces. And I took it down there. Right, so what's going on here? We do have nothing else. Closing the action, let's call. Here, a lot of action ensues. Fair enough. He comes over the top. Oh, I'm really short here. Never mind. Then I'm no need to overthink it. Will he get there? Yeah, unfortunately, with his gutter gets there. Another decent splash. Wow. Yeah, let's do this. This is splash pot, otherwise I wouldn't come over the top here, but I can hardly call and I don't want to fold it. That's the long and the short of it. And here's the flush draw on top. We have the other flush draw. Let me double up. Yeah, splash the pot tap. Well, it wasn't a horrible race, don't get me wrong. Don't think I can take a note on that. That was alright. The call... I probably would have called in his shoes as well. Given that he put 1/4 of a stack in at this point. Nice. These guys are playing another big one. Up here I'm gonna fold, right. Not much going on right now, at least not on our end. King Queen 6-4 here, not terribly exciting. That being said, if everybody else folds, I'm gonna call. If he calls, probably closing the action. I think it's okay. Okay. Interesting. So we have a gut shot and a flush draw and the other flush draw. All board paired. So we got some other stuff going on up here. Let's see what happens. Okay, we might be good actually. Curious to think what I should do if he bets. He folds and we're good. Wait, sorry, here? Giving us a gut shot. No good, huh? See if we can find a few better tables. Table 4, we have one loose passive, otherwise very tight, tight aggro, very tight. Doesn't look that exciting. Again, not a raising hand, perfectly fine calling hand. Okay. That's a very interesting card. Given all the queens in our hand here. I like it. I do take it down. Still, let's go for it. Really hope he doesn't come over the top. He folds and we're good. What a turn. And what a river, giving us a full house. And on microgaming. 4 crappy kings that I raised up front, which I most definitely should not have. I take it down on table 2, he didn't call. But here I admittedly flop very nice. Get called by the very loose player. VPIP of 73. As opposed to a raising frequency of 7. 1 in 15 times so far. Really? Well, that's not helping matters much. Right on. Him always with the min raising, I've seen it a bunch of times. Even the crappy aces, I'm gonna come over the top here for 100 BB. There's a ton of value on this table. Wow. Yeah, case in point. Now if he bets again, I'm gonna let it go. He checks. Are we good, or does he have the aces? Nope, we're good. Take that one down. I mean, I do have a gutter and a backdoor flush draw. Maybe I could have been in there, but nah. He's betting into 3 people. I don't think that would be a wise move. The queen son. Wow. Just wow. He had perfect hand, and alarm bells should have gone off in his head. There, I don't think I've seen this dude raise post. Also doesn't seem to be a terribly exciting table, except for this dude here. Woot! More grease! Hey, thanks for joining! If you're into mixed games like Baduji, Raz, and Podlimit Omaha and Podlimit Omaha Halo, then you should check out Mogri's channel. He's an awesome dude. I love the vibe on this channel, and every time I'm there I stick around. So do give him a follow if that sounds like your thing, cause you're not gonna be disappointed. Welcome everybody, thank you for joining. My name is NutRaisin. I am playing PLO 20 mostly on RunItOnce. Sometimes, as right now here, I have a few tables on microgaming going. And I do this full time basically, so I stream every day. For long hours usually, and usually most, if not all days of the week as well. Oh, my pleasure, Mogris. Sorry, it was only a short host, but it was for the doggy walk. How did your session go? I noticed when I came back I heard something about a triple, quadruple up in Baduji. Yeah, so I've been doing quite well since RunItOnce opened. I'm up, closing in on 200 buy-ins in profit, including the streamer backpack. I'm past 200 buy-ins in profit now. Not all on PLO 20, mind you. Most of that is still for my PLO 10 days, which I played in the first month. Took down almost 100 buy-ins that first month, which was pretty amazing for me since my background is in short stack PLO. And years ago I was a professional limit hold'em player. And now I found the wonderful world of 100 BB PLO to be my thing. Okay, let's raise this one up. Ace Queen 6-7. Double suited, not perfectly so, but it shall do. And on one microgaming table we have this gentleman here, who is playing marginal hands for huge bet sizes. Post flop, and there might be some action involving him at some point. Oops. And also in the future, for the channel and all the viewers, we thought about hosting a home game, a weekly PLO tournament, or two to be exact. We're gonna have one with play money and one with a small buy-in on Stars. Opened up a Stars home game club, so if that's sounds like it's would be of interest to you, then either head over to my Discord for details or to just join the Stars home game club. I'm gonna put a link up for that in a moment. As soon as I find the command, because I did teach my bot about it. Let's see if he remembers. Right, so we have a whole bunch of 4s here. But not blocking any higher cards of the 2 straights. I think checking is a good start. Now let's see if we can just straight up steal it away. And that worked. Not quite, I think, with the dangler. So for the day I was down like 100 euros, 5 buy-ins roughly earlier in the last session. Managed to climb back out of that hole, and now we are up like 1.5 almost. And for the month I'm up like 1.1, 1.3 K, so around 60 buy-ins I think, in terms of PLO 20 buy-ins. And this hand might help. Nope, never mind. We get a walk. Really? How awesome is that? A great string of superb hands. Doesn't sound like it could get much better than that. Ooh, now the Nightbot kind of repeated itself there. Sorry for the spam. Usually it doesn't do that. Don't like to have a spammy channel, generally speaking. Need to let it go. Also here in the Splashpot, let's see if some Splashpot mania is gonna break out. People are fighting for those extra BBs with very questionable holdings, to put it nicely. And the good old open limp there in the cutoff. Always a joy to see. He's doing it right, he's coming over the top. And unfortunately that shuts me out. Nine high flush. What did the Razor have? And now I'm curious. Ace 10, 7, 3, double suited. Yeah, sounds alright. Ooh! We got aces. I almost min-raised them due to misclicking. i.e. stupidity. Wow. Fair enough then, sirs. Let's play for it all. So he's never folding. And the money is going in. Well, what little I have left. I guess we block top set and have a backdoor flush draw. Which is certainly going to be helpful. We're not good here, right? Oh, a set of threes. Well, I can't compete against the mighty 7-4-3-3 double suited. Who am I to win against that hand? Yes, you can see the action on RunItOnce is quite nice. Splash pot or no splash pot? We have kings up here. Not the greatest board, unfortunately. Don't see any point in c-betting. We do have that 8. That 3 is sort of helpful. Actually, very helpful. With a diamond in my hand. I don't mind c-betting here. I could certainly turn this into a bluff now with the 8, but I feel I'm bluffing enough. Also, a straight is probably not going to fold as played here. Except possibly the ace deuce. Question is, do I trust this guy now? So what card on the turn did I beat? I think the answer is not enough. I don't beat enough here of his calling range on a turn. Queens are not going to bet now. They don't need to in position. They could just check. Yeah. Actually, on table 4, what did this gentleman end up being in the hand with there? The big one that we lost? 67, almost 67 euro pot, by the way. His name is Larry. What did Larry have? Queen, Jack, 8, 6, double suited. Yeah, of course. Hands like these are always double suited. A tad loose, I feel. Wow. And I think I'm just gonna come over the top here. It's unfortunate I'll block my own out, but I'm not gonna play any guessing games on turns, and you know, maybe he turns a straight, decides to be sticky. If we're beat right now, we have outs. We're not beat, we're doing excellently. No, really? The gutter? We had 4 outs. Fair enough. And here I shouldn't have called, I should have come over the top. What the deuce was I thinking? As played, we have top 2, we have a backdoor flush draw, we have an open ender. Not folding against Mr. 7443 or whatever it was. Oh, we're 3-handed at this point, I didn't quite notice that. Not a happy turn. Putting yet another straight out there, which we're not blocking at all. And with him behind me, I'll probably need to let this one go. I don't trust this dude one bit, but I think that's the main issue here. Yep. Bet sizing was kind of weird. actually. Maybe, meh, it's fine. I had 2 pair on a very straight draw heavy board. I don't think he's meta hand that he doesn't like yet, or that he can't limp. Okay, we have top pair, I got a blocker, backdoor flush. I think we'll take this one down unless he has... yeah, something like that, fair enough. Well, those were 2 pretty ugly spots. 2 pretty ugly pots to lose. Especially the one with the set there against the gutter, but all in a day's work, I guess. So I'm not certain if we're gonna start the home games, the tournaments this week or next week, but it's gonna be either of the two, and we're very likely gonna do them on Sundays. I'm gonna bet on the larger end here. I feel it might be a tad loose, the betting. But let's just be hopeful that it works. Yeah, fair enough. So I guess he flopped it, he flopped a set or something. Possibly top 2 now. And these guys are playing another medium-sized pot. And 10 high flush takes it down. That'll work for me, giving us the ace straight. Almost said D straight, but it was just ace straight, unfortunately. Oh no, and this gentleman here decided to call it a night. Took home some winnings, is certainly good for the game. It's very likely gonna be back, having had a successful night. What I do want to play a lot of hands against this dude and this dude in particular, so I am gonna call here. Not a horrible board. Not so nice anymore. Yep, gonna need to let it go. Cannot be helped. Yep, we had no business being at hand, but let's watch how it ends. The min raise, huh? King high flush versus top set and an open ender. Lol, he's saying, well, you're the one to that bet. But he's courteous enough to say nice hand. Bracerman! Welcome back, Bracer. Nice to see you here. Right on, I'm gonna improve all the applications later. Sounds great. Here I'm gonna make another loose call. This dude is tight as hell, but having him in the hand is enough value for me. And now, of course, I'm done with that hand. I mean, if he bets this sizing, he's always having the aces here, but I do have backdoors, I do have the gutter now. And against this sizing, I'm getting the prize. Turn the second nut flush draw. Jack Austin, thank you very much for the follow. That's quite nice. Nah. Unfortunately, the answer to this question that both of them are asking is probably gonna have to be no. Yeah. Doing really bad if somebody has the nut flush draw. Yep, aces like duh. T-Rex88 saying, good morning, how's the day going? And is here the channel as well. And the day is going quite nice. We lost 2 pots earlier where we got the money in mighty fine. And with that we're a little bit down for the day, but I was down over 100 euros or around 100 euros earlier. And worked my way up to being break even. Right now we're down like 1.5 buy-ins, something like that. Due to no fault of our own for a change. So it's all good. Well, and if you had a beer or two there, then it's probably a better idea to be watching poker instead of playing poker. And nice to have you. We turn the nuts. With absolutely no redraws against a very call-happy dude here. Call and raise happy. Yeah, the tables on RunItOnce are certainly mighty fine. Bunch of action players around. Yeah, I did spend some time downloading new music, reggae among it. I'm glad you like it. So now it's a mix of reggae, old school hip hop, stuff like that. Nah. We have an interesting spot here. I think I'm gonna raise fold here get min raised, always entertaining. The ace rivering doesn't help our cause at all. But we do take it down. Yeah, raise fold sounds good to me. Cold calling, also an option. But should he come over the top, I'm out. It's relatively ugly, but with this SPR, especially, you know, from his side of things, and we have a backdoor nut flush draw, money's gonna go in. And I think the 3-bet pre won us this part. T-Rex, here's the thing, I can show you one graph. I do have the microgaming graph, but on RunItOnce, not gonna come over the top here, no need. On RunItOnce we can't download hands yet. Today drunk poker it is. You know, sometimes that works out nicely. I'm rooting for you, der Alter. Hope you're moving down in limits though. What I usually do when I have a drunk poker session, because they are fun. To dunk around a little bit. Get raised here, not gonna fold, even though I'm not terribly excited. Kind of a tough spot. I'll let you know what happens. Okay. Well, I am the 3-better, so I'm not gonna check here. And he had queens. He had ace, queen, queen, 5. Double suited. Fair enough. Took this one down as well. What was I gonna do? The graph, right? The graph. So I can't show you a RunItOnce graph, unfortunately. But I made the bulk of my money on microgaming as is anyway this month, or at least half of it. I'm gonna move it over in a moment. Right, so that's my graph for the month. Maybe I can bring it, wait, a little bit closer. Zoom in a little bit, I mean. And in terms of big blinds and EV, I ran over EV, so I'm not gonna complain about that. I ran like God as well. But then I had some nasty spots here where I just lost, 1,000 buy-ins without my EV moving at all, basically. 1,000 buy-ins, 1,000 big blinds. Jeez, what am I talking about? Wait, now it's better to see. Yeah, that's microgaming, so not bad. And with rakeback on micro, I'm up 820, something like that. And on RunItOnce, I honestly I don't have an exact idea how much I'm up on RunItOnce. I think it's around 300-400 maybe. It could be more, could be slightly less, but I'm not exactly sure. I'll see if I can piece it together at the end of the month. And my overall results in terms of buy-ins, although keep in mind, more than half of these are from PLO 10. Oh, and they're fighting for a big one. I unfortunately couldn't be in here. There is Paso. I can... hang on. Which one is everybody using? Somebody asked that question on the RunItOnce Discord. It turns out there's one. Ooh, he would have beaten us too. Wow, what a flop this is. Since RunItOnce opened though, and also there are like 400, more than 400 bucks courtesy of the deposit bonus in there as well. So I feel I have to mention that. Took that one down. And I could go for the bluff here with the ace of spades. I think I will. There's not going to be a nut flush draw that can call. See if I can take it down. Now here the stack sizes are unfortunate, so I'm only betting half so I can still exert pressure on the river. Not raising GTO poker, I doubt it. I highly doubt it, but I do appreciate the sentiment. I play conservative. I play, when it comes to my bankroll management, I play 100 buy-ins. And I do this basically full time, so I stream every day for long hours usually. Sometimes I take a day off, but when I stream, I almost always stream for 8 hours or more. Until this time or later, usually. Gave it a try when RunItOnce opened, and I found my new passion. Okay. Okay, let's do this once more. It's unfortunate, but it is a backdoor flush. That being said, if he bets, it's a loose passive, I probably fold it. And we're good. We be good. So unfortunately for the next, not unfortunately, fortunately, for the next 2 or 3 months I won't need to take any money out of this bankroll, and I'm hoping to make my way up to PLO 50 in the next 8 weeks. And if not, then I can take some money out of a different account and add it to the bankroll and move up to PLO 50 that way, provided I'm not gonna go on a massive downswing until then. Not yet, der Alte, but I've heard it confirmed on Discord that once we get the downloadable hands, that they will actually have, it will be possible, they will have an extra column for it, or an extra mark in the hands history, listing the splashes separately. And then it's only up to, like the Poker Track and Holder Manager programmers to add that functionality, and I'm sure they will. It's Bobby here, huh? It's 10, 8, 6. Let's do it. flopping top 2 is possibly a good start, even though it's a 3 flush board. That's really quickly though. Not only did he have the aces, he also had the ace 5. Right? No, wait. Oh yeah, exactly. He had ace, ace, king 5. Unfortunate. On the microgaming table I do have something now. Wait, here. I'm never gonna see bet just because this gentleman is super loose, and if I check, I think he's gonna attack a lot. Well, not a lot. Maybe could have saved that c-bet. Am I folding here? That's a good question. Nah, did I have it? He did have it indeed. Mr. Meanies, the roll is at around 3k, 3.2, something like that. Welcome back to the channel, Mr. Meanies. I believe it's welcome back, right? I think you've been here before. Oh wow, there is possibly a short stacking opportunity. Yeah, I'm gonna check the table out. It has a huge average pot size of 31 euros. Right, good question. The short answers, I'm loving them. I was very much on the fence. I came, you know, for the background I came from, I was always looking out for the best rakeback deals and all that, and when I read about 51% rakeback, I was like, oh yeah, sweet, put them into my account. Then I read about splash pots, and I was indifferent at best, I think. But it turns out they liven up the game so much, and people go mental in small splashes. Really? Check the whole time and now you bet? Oof, what a weird way to play this hand. But he got the best of me. Wait, that's the wrong button. And so for that reason I changed my mind, and I love them. People go mental if they put 5-6 big blinds in there, and the huge ones are just amazing. Unless you're like super deep with another super deep player at the table, you're just gonna go all in. And you know, where else can you win a like 320 euro pot at PLO 20 for and take it down, take the whole $320 down, investing only 20 euros, euros not dollar. And we've seen some 1000 big blind splashes at PLO 20, so they put 200 euros in. If everybody goes all in, yeah, that's 320 euros right there. This is a very unfortunate development. I'd love for this to be a double suited rundown. Like make the queen a 4 and 8 and 9. Not this way though. Yeah, I think the interesting people at the short second table are left. So yeah, I really like the splashes. Case in point, here I'm gonna limp, something I never do, but maybe we get to see the flop for cheap. It's not a great hand by any means. But with the extra money in here, it doesn't need to work all that often. We have a gut shot and a backdoor flush, I guess. So with the flush, the question is, am I checking here or am I betting, provided he checks? He just calls, that's amazing news. Let me take it down, no call. So yeah, it's not always the case, but we've seen plenty of instances where people go absolutely crazy with marginal holding. So much so that they have their own abbreviations. Because I need those so much, so often. So I have Splash the Pot Happy Caller, Happy Razor, and Splash the Pot Maniac as an abbreviation. And it's needed quite regularly. Right, so on micro we are down like 25 bucks for the day, a little more than one buy-in, due to having lost some nasty spots. But things are looking up, we are breaking even for the day on RunItOnce for now, so it's not all bad. Agreed, T-Rex. It's out crazying crazy is probably not the right approach. I admit sometimes I make a very loose play as well. There's sort of within reason, but sometimes certainly on the other side of that dividing line there. But I only do that very rarely, and mostly I stick to exactly what you're saying there, tight range. And that's the right approach, I feel. And you're gonna profit if you're patient. If you're patient there, you're gonna profit in the long run from people doing exactly that, pushing way too light with crap hands. And one of the interesting players on the microgaming table left, and I think I'm gonna leave this table as well. I feel RunItOnce has his own set of maniacs around right now. I'd rather take advantage of that. And we have aces on two tables. This is going to be interesting. One of them we are in the small blind, and it's a splash pot. And the other one we're in the big blind. Down here, as played, maybe even I can take it down. And check all the way. It's not super convincing, I admit, but it doesn't need to convince me, it needs to convince them. Alright, let's do this. Let's lose another big pot. Yeah, the aces took it down pre. Facing a button open which we came out on top of. Here money is going in, no brainer. Let's hope it's not kings. 1 out of 5. No snap call. Certainly good news. Right on. On the button, the ace 998 also looks mighty fine. Sing is suited. And against Mr. Tipsolini, I managed to hit trips. Up here I have a gutter and a backdoor flush draw. few spots. Here I'm happy calling. Unless, of course, Johnny decides to come over the top here, make it more expensive than it needs to be. Nope, fair enough. Jake Austin, Splash Pot is RunItOnce's way of giving rake back, so 51% of all the rake they collect. Gonna let this go, he's betting into the whole table. They put back into pots in the form of like a few big blinds, or sometimes up to 1,000 big blinds that they put into the pot pre-flop, and then, you know, everybody can fight for it. I'm gonna show you an example of one in a moment. I'm sure there's gonna be one around. Within the next minute or so. Also, there's a link that we set up for this case. Let's see. No, I thought after this big pot there would have been a splash. But I'll show you one as soon as one comes up. Down here we make a straight, the idiot end of the straight, with the gutter to the nut straight, I guess. And a blocker to the nut straight as well, so I'm not gonna fold. Board pairing might slow him down. And it does indeed. And we're good. And just when you need one, no splash pot is inside. So the small ones, of course, happen quite a lot. The big ones take a while, but once they come around, they're always amazing. Yeah, my pleasure, Jake Austin. But I didn't. I think right now it should run past you that I'm also explaining it on stream. I didn't just want to have the bot do it for me. Always happy to answer questions. Could you possibly be referring to a hand earlier, Frenchie, where I lost against quad kings with aces and a huge splash? I think you might be. Welcome back, Frenchie, as well. And of course, not a single splash is happening right now. What the deuce? But yes, Frenchie, no regrets in that instant. Having bet there, he comes over the top and he shall have it. That doesn't happen a lot. So I'm happy to give it to him right now. More studying, huh? You're gonna have all the money soon. Because you're studying hard. We flop the set here. Certainly gonna be the nuts. Right, so up here you have a splash pot. So once the gold coins are in here and the pot size is in yellow, then you can mouse over and it'll show you the amount of that's been flashed. So here 3 big blinds, 60 cents have been added. Without any hearts. Let's size up here a little bit. So from the small blind there really shouldn't be too many 5 deuces in here. Here I'm gonna fold. Well, can't compete against the mighty 10-9-4-3 single-suited. Seems to be on the looser end, that gentleman. Fair enough. No need to pull birds anymore when you already have a girlfriend. Again, this time with the top set. Let's see how we fare this time. Out of position, having no clubs whatsoever, I'm just gonna pot it. Another splash up here, another small one, 2 BB. Yesterday we've seen a 400 BB splash that we actually took down as well. Took down a 120 euro pot. Would have been a 170 euro pot, but somebody who was shorter stacked than us had the same hand and took down a side pot. It was quite exciting though. Yeah, the membership requests for the home game, I'm gonna, as I said, I'm gonna approve all of them later on. Don't know the squad business. Oh, no, okay. Then you weren't there for that. Thought it might have been you. It was a huge splash, like 4-way, we had aces, and had a perfect flop for them too. Then a king turned, and of course the other dude had kings, another king rivered. Didn't change much at that point. We get raised by a sleepy dude here. I'll let it go. Checking here, sounds good to me. I do make the wheel. On a rainbow board, I have to check. I'm gonna pot it. I don't think anybody's checking a better or any straight here. Right on. I'm gonna take one off with a decent amount of outs. It's by no means certain that we're drawing that yet. And he seems to be fairly aggressive, pre and post. Oh, what are these gentlemen up to? Over here we run pretty pure. Or turn pretty pure, I should say. Nothing to do but to pot it. So, how are aces looking, mate? Please don't crush me to home game. I don't think I will. I'm still not sure if I should put a bounty on my head or if I should add to, a little money to the, like $5 or something, to the play money game to make it that one more exciting. Fair enough. Is that true when you're down to 50 buy-in store, 50 big blind store? I feel that's gonna make quite a difference there. Which I was. I had like 11 euros behind. But always awesome to have your input in the channel, Frenchie. Don't get me wrong. Quite the opposite. Yeah, do have some really strong hands in your checking range, I can see it. Also, I wasn't blocking my own outs there, my full house outs. But I would guess that that's more of a 100 BB stack size thing, not necessarily at 50. Let me know what you think. Up here. I almost checked it too, and I think that's a good way to play it as well. Cool. Not quite. Oh, I was first to act there, huh? That's a good point with an SPR, Miroslav, with an SPR of 2. He is betting a lot there, that's an excellent point, yeah. I had assumed when I answered to you, Frenchie, earlier that I was in position, but that's not true, is it? I love that comment. Thanks to both of you, Frenchie and Miro. Oh wow, what's going on? Looks like a sizable pot. You still have a decent amount of money behind. Quads, huh? How did this hand go down? Ooh, now I have to check. Yeah, the one once you click on your name. That one is pretty awesome. Oh wow, turn is set. And make a full house. Get a small raise up here, I'm still gonna be in it. I don't think this dude is coming over the top a lot. Also not gonna come over the top myself here. Yeah, right on. So no miracle flop just yet. And here I'm gonna go broke. This is a splash pot. I think I called a raise, he came over the top once more, and I decided to be sticky. Let's see how that's gonna work out for me in the end. Yeah, I'm not folding. Yeah. Fair enough. Excellent hand. Not much you can do there. At that point, I certainly could have folded pre and and should have too. Need to let this one go. Yeah, that one I did to myself. What are people having? Okay, let's raise this one up. Jack Austin, if in case this is in reference to the home game, then no worries if you apply. I'm just gonna approve all the applications for that home game club. And otherwise, no, Nitsua 19, I don't. But I didn't play a lot of PLO on stars. A little bit Zoom, a little bit a few tables here and there. But not enough to remember any names, I believe. So we're down to 3 tables on RunItOnce. Let's see if I can find a decent one on Betson once more. We flop top 2. Over here we turn this 3 river a straight. Not gonna fold this plate. If he has the flush, then so be it. 2 pair, not good. Gonna check this one actually. And he's stabby, so I'm not folding here. That's not a very helpful card, fortunately. I don't trust him, but historically speaking, calling pot size on the river isn't working out too great for me, so... Wait. We turn the flush draw. Ooh, yes please. I do remember that name here on my crawl. He's a fun player, this dude. Is rather crazy. Another RunItOnce table open, so I'm now sitting on 5 tables, and I think I'm gonna stick around on all of them. I'm gonna bring the off-screen table over whenever something exciting happens. He comes over the top, huh? Really? Let's take one off then, in this case. That's gonna make it tough for me to fold. Adding the nut flush draw. Top and bottom don't look so exciting anymore. Queen. Don't tell me he won. That's adventurous. I cherish players like that. Now is this one to come over the top with? I don't know, I think it might be. I'll look it up. And I'm gonna call if he comes over the top, so I might as well look it up right now. Wow, he comes over the top. Well, it doesn't change anything. So let's check it for button versus cutoff, which essentially this was. Unfortunately, not the flop we're looking for. So I'm gonna let it go. These are the cards I'm looking for, however. And we have action in front of us. It's close, the queen. No, it's not that close. It should just be a call. But it's probably not completely horrible. Take this one down. Wow, really? Well. Okay, here the money is going in. I have top pair, I have a gut shot. And a nut flush draw. Shall be good enough for me. So what are you gonna do, Parker? We do take it down. Right on. Fair enough. Up here, I suspect I'm gonna be good. Yeah, this time I'm not folding the pot size. Oh, good stuff. Makes me reconsider the fold I did against him earlier. Seeing what he's showing up with. He is stabby. Okay. And we took it down. I wonder if this should be a raise. I know if the suits would be better if I would raise. Let's check it out. Blind versus button. And it should be indeed, and it should be a raise call. As played, I think I let it go. Interesting spot here. He bet the turn, he raised pre, then he checked the flop. Bet the turn small. I think I'm gonna call him down. Nice. Over here, I turned the set. Fortunately, a flush reverse. That's not too helpful. Yeah, without a spade in my hand, I'm not gonna let it go. Couldn't be helped. Betting the turn is... I mean, maybe. You got raised, sir. What you gonna do? We got aces down here. Anyways, I think I'll check it. Not much going on right now. Well, we do sort of hand here. Ace queen 10-8, suited to the queen. At PLO 100, then I wouldn't have seen you. For sure not. That's too rich for my blood yet. I did play PLO 100 short stacking, but that only on microgaming. I actually moved up to PLO 200 every once in a while when a juicy guy went up chasing his losses, so closing the action... Okay, let's do it. Just because it was a huge pot at this point. There's some flops we're really gonna like. Not many though. Really curious that he doesn't c-bet here as the 3-better. Jeff Bolton! Hey, welcome to the channel, Jeff. If you like to gamble, I tell you, I'm your man. If you want to see somebody knitted up, then I'm yours. Nah, I'm slowly leaving my nitty ways behind. And we flop the bottom set here. That is not a happy turn. Well, it's a single raise pot, so no, not gonna fold just yet. I'm starting to distrust his line a little bit. Oof. Right on. That was a healthy one. Fortunately, it also spells the end of our wonderful adventure on this table. Here, let's see if we take this one down. Would be sweet. And we're not. Here we do make a full house, which is awesome. Oh, there isn't there. I didn't mean to min bet. Wow. What a mistake to make. I'm not sure what I should do here. It's just gonna look so... Ugh, this is a stupid spot now. Yeah, fair enough. I did FD8, so it would have gotten me somewhere. So the games on RunItOnce are winding down. Gonna add the stream is gonna wind down at some point. And don't forget the Joker. Okay, let's add some microgaming tables then for the time being. Get raised. Let it go. We do have a double gutter. Thanks, Bracerman. Yeah, that dude was just too stabby for his own good. Let's see if I can steal it here. Oh, turns out we are sitting on 3 RunItOnce tables once more, and I did steal it there. Nice. Yeah, I can't quite put it into words. Something fell off there. Which I probably wouldn't have said had I lost, admittedly. On the flop turn, I agree, yeah. On the flop, I was under the mistaken impression that it was a 3-bet pot, which it definitely was not. Yeah, I should have just potted it instead of raising smaller. With the queen in my hand. I think with the queen I'm gonna bet. Nice. Oh yeah, completely agree with everything you're saying, Miro. I think that's the way. Unfortunately, this gentleman left. Sorry, this dude here, the crazy one. That is a whole lot of queens. Ooh, I got aces on another table and I have action in front of me. From a short stack, so he might well come over the top. Checks once more. I am 39. SPR of 2. Oof. Yeah, I'm not checking here. Also not terribly excited about the spot. So what you got? Are we in rough shape? No, we're not. We are in pretty good shape. And we do take it down. Neato. This one I'll let go. Just a top pair, no spades. Top pair and a gutter, meh. Yeah. Kind of an interesting spot here with the double gutter, both of which would be to the nuts. A backdoor flush and a limp pot. And if he checks, I'll try to steal it, I think. He could have any 4 cards. Doesn't need to be a king among them. And I do take it down. Interesting board. Top pair, gut shot, various blockers, and a flush draw. Hello, straight. It's pretty deep. Wait, what happened? You must have split this one, right? Yeah. And here being in this hand was a mistake. I came over the top. I don't think that's necessarily the move. He cold called though. And as played with the wrap 7, I think I'm just gonna put the money in with my, given my stack size here. Can never be horrible. And we do take it down. That's not horrible at all. Ugh. Lost €5 on the off-screen table because I misread the board. I thought I had the nut straight, which I did. Fortunately, the board had paired. But now I get aces on that table. Might be able to make some money back. Heads up. I think the money is going in. Ugh. Oh, good. Don't do it to me. Nice. Take it down. Goodbye there, Alter. Sleep well. Thanks for dropping in yet again. Yep, just gonna let it go. I'm seeing suited kings down here. King, king, 7, 4. That'll work for me. I'm gonna size up here a little bit. Not going with my standard half pot size. And do take it down. Just because I wasn't blocking continuation range as much. Did have the king of diamonds, that was pretty much it. Wasn't blocking straight draws at all. Up here I'm happy checking behind with a pair from the board. I mean, no diamond. Okay. Interesting. So we have sort of a wrap, we have the nut flush draw. And I think I'm gonna go for like a sort of bluff. Three ways, I'd let it go. Not too confident in the flush draw. And also I already had a pair in my hand, so making two pair is gonna be tough. Looks like these two dudes are playing for a decent pot. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna call out a night soon. If you know of anybody that's fun to host, then by all means let me know. Because there's no one of the people I usually host is on, it seems. So, we have a decent hand on here, 10-10-8-7 double suited. Not gonna fold it against the raise, even though this is worrying because he has basically no 3-betting range except aces. Let's hope he key calls and adds some value. Well, that'll work for me. That will work for me as for sure. That king I'm not worried about really. You're telling me you have kings? We have a 3-betting range of 1. 1 in 73 spots where I could have 3-bet. He did. Nah. Exactly. Exactly. Nice. Got some money back on microgaming. Got a little bit lucky with the flop there, but you know, I've gotten unlucky my fair share of times today. And I have aces on that microgaming table where I just doubled up by luck. At least a little bit by luck. I don't know, maybe that's better as a check here. Because I would hate to get raised. I have a whole bunch. I have good equity, good backdoors. Yeah, and raise he does. So now, as played, I'm gonna need to let it go. A little bit trigger happy there. And here I have no idea why I didn't bet the flop. Guess it is time to end the session soon. We're 3 ways, huh? He didn't bet. So here I'm not losing much equity at all. If I get raised, I feel. But I don't, then I do take it down. Wow, and I make a straight flush here. Fortunately, I'm not gonna get paid unless he was really cagey with the nut flush. Oh, he just had the ace of spades there. King, queen, 5 here, triple suited on the button though, so it's probably fine. It's definitely fine to open. No probably about it. I don't see him folding anything that I beat. Well, that's pretty sweet. Now I'm breaking even on microgaming. With rakeback, I'm actually up like $8-9. And I think on RunItOnce I'm down like, yeah, 1 buy-in. So in total, one little more than half a buy-in for the day. Yeah, like 5 more minutes, then I'm gonna call it a night. Find somebody fun to host if somebody is around. It's been a long day too. I think I've streamed 8 to 10 hours, something like that. Made my fair share of mistakes, but not enough of them to actually explain why I'm down. And I blame the dealer, which I like to do. But I feel it's justified. We ran bad on some spots. Where I got the money in well or very well. Oh well, no complaints. Months has been going amazingly. That's all good. And we do have aces down here. In the form of ace, ace, 9, 6. Would you care to put more money in? This would certainly make my night. Nope, okay. Oof, wow. We do have the days of clubs though. How do we go about this? I think we just start firing. One down, one to go. And I do take it down, awesome. I have aces over here as well. No one is deep against us either. Okay. Take it down. Sweet. Definitely during the thin end, but with one dude sitting out, well, even then, probably not. Should probably just be folded. Much nicer looking hand down here. The 10-9-9-7 double suited takes it down pre. I mean, I could claim I have queens. Everybody kept checking. Let's try this then. And it did work indeed, wow. Yeah, and I think once I start cold calling hands like these, it's time to hit the hay. So one more orbit on all the tables. This one seems to be a little bit more reasonable, closing the action to call here. We have a pair, we have an open-ender. For a pot size bet, I'm not gonna call though. I do have an interesting hand on the microgaming table. Want to squeeze the Queen 10-9-8. Sounds good to me. Get a call. Start by checking here. Having no hearts. I was not gonna fold just yet. Well, I guess let's hope he doesn't have kings. Yeah. Possibly stupid to come over the top, but okay. He just has the flush draw. And we make the full house. I only saw the hearts. I was really worried. Nice. Good thing the pure flush draw didn't get rewarded there. That's always nasty when it does. Whew, that helped. Also interesting. Make the 3 pair now. Make that all the pairs, wow. Unfortunately, that 7 gave him a straight. Alright, so having won that pot, I guess we now... Wow, they're playing for big one. We know a little bit in profit for the day. And it's all good. I was gonna say quads. What did the other dude have? A jack? Wow. So he had a pair. Fair enough. So I guess I clicked the wrong button, so it's gonna be one more orbit on this table at least. Okay. Certainly not gonna fold this. Button versus blind. We have a pair in the gutter, no spades whatsoever. He bets really small. Let's take one off then. Also, I'm not really short, but I'm a little bit short. Yep. Right, last hand. No dice. So thanks everybody for watching and keeping me company this late at night. If you like the channel and you want to be informed whenever I come back online, then consider following, otherwise just check back in. I'm streaming every day for long hours, so chances are I'll be around if you seek me out. And with that, I'm gonna bid you a good night. And I'll be back tomorrow, and I hope I find somebody fun to host. In the meantime, I hope you're having a decent evening, decent night, and I'll see you